Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizzTalk World Talk Show presented by Clickaway Creators. Today, we have Mr. Saurabh Agrawal with us. He heads the operations of Cacti Global, an IIT graduate who comes with a rich experience of the startup world and has hands-on experience in setting new processes, building new teams, and is passionate about bringing technology into the process and solving business problems. He has a wide variety of understanding of the processes, how to implement to the new space, and how to eradicate the old versions of the new things. We have a lot of things to discuss with him, and we are going to start with now. So without further ado, let me introduce you to the man himself. Hello, Mr. Agrawal. How are you doing?
Thanks for the introduction. I am very good.
Oh, pleasure is all mine, sir. And I mean, this is not even an introduction of yours, to be honest with the audience. But thank you very much for joining us. I really appreciate it. You're getting some time out of your busy schedule. Let's get started. I mean, it would be great if our viewers can understand something about you. So if you can brief us about your journey so far, that would be highly appreciated.
Sure. So I graduated from IT Bhubaneswar, as you also mentioned that I'm an IT graduate. So I graduated from IIT and then started my career into e-commerce industry. I gained good business and industry insights and practices, but I always wanted to do something of my own.
Mhm.
So I quit the job and started my own company. It's always good to get some industry exposure before doing some startup, but there is no thumb rule.
Mhm.
So at the very first, I built a healthcare company to help people with their posture issues. It was a bit difficult, but we were able to launch the product successfully in the market and generate good traction.
Mhm.
But I wanted to do something more. So after a couple of years, I started another company called Cacti Global, where we are revisiting and revolutionizing the staffing industry.
Mhm.
We have
Mhm.
made it operationally so well that we are able to provide like 1 to 100 plus resources in no time.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's the journey for me from college till now.
Oh,
And
that has
mostly
been a sweet journey. So I guess we have to go a bit deep into this, I mean, in the conversation. So my question will not be that did you face any obstacle in your path of success? Of course. And in fact, that's more of a ironic question that depends what the definition of success is for you. So I'll basically reframe my question. I believe you must have faced a lot of obstacles in your journey to Cacti Global from the college days. How did you really overcome and supersede them?
see, definitely the journey of each startup is unique. All have a unique path to success. Even if two companies are doing the same work, their journey could be different.
Mhm.
And the journey is very, very hazy. You don't know what will happen next. But this does not mean that you will stop ideating, right?
Mhm.
So you should have a vision in mind and a clear approach. One of my mentors advised me to take just one step at a time. And that's what we do.
Mhm.
So whenever I start my day, I have top two items on my work list. And I try to achieve that. And we should strategize less and take more of actions.
Mhm.
So like
Mhm.
obstacles comes very often. It's not like we have come through just one obstacle or two for which I would define, but there are a lot of obstacles that we come through from time to time.
Mhm.
But we should handle them very calmly and patiently. So I would suggest to handle all the obstacles very calmly and patiently, and
Mhm.
everything will pass.
Okay. I mean, if we can have some best practices to follow in terms of superseding the obstacles that based on your experience, that would be highly appreciated by the audience.
Yeah. So my mantra would be to be very calm and patient to supersede all the obstacles that you get.
Okay, so it's the calmness that you hold in
Yes.
every situation. All right, that's beautiful. Um, Talking about when I was going through your profile, of course, we have read a lot, and in that a lot I tried to cover some in the literature in the very starting of this session. You have built new teams, I mean, bringing technology and managing everything, managing people. What are your methods of team or people management?
See, technology is always there to help us, right? But uh, one basic thumb rule that we use, like we consider people and team as the backbone of our company, and which is true for every company. A company cannot be run alone by one or a bunch of people. If you try, you won't be able to scale up or make $1 billion company by a bunch of people. So we should treat people like our friends, and that is what we do. We maintain a very healthy and friendly atmosphere at the workplace. Everyone is approachable to everyone, and we discuss more than just work. Not every day, but we try to discuss more than just work. It was fairly easy to socialize with people in the pre-COVID era, which became a bit difficult when the work and office dynamics have changed in this COVID times. But again, we have been able to manage it quite well through the help of technologies. And of course, the human resource team has done a tremendous job at our company. And I would like to add further that trust and delegation are the key for me. Whenever I started, it all began with a couple of people. And that's how every startup comes into place, right? And when you need to do almost everything, but at that right time, you also need to delegate your work to someone else and move ahead. In my case, I was responsible for entire operations when we started, be it the business operations or HR or accounts, everything I was handling in the beginning. I did that, set up a proper process, implement technologies, and then just move ahead.
I mean, that's managing all the things is sort of saying that I managed things, but managing them by themselves, by yourself, with your hands, like hands-on experience on different things like operations, marketing team, sales team, and in a sense that these are interconnected, but yet these are so different domains to talk about. I mean, if I talk about the finance and marketing, there are two different, genres of an organization.
Yeah.
Now I'll not ask you that how you manage these different domains in under the single umbrella, but how do you manage your time, being an IIT, and I believe you also get to learn time management game there. So if you can give some suggestions, what is your time management mantra out there?
See, like when I was working in a company, like time management was something I was not um, very keen about. I didn't used to think about time management when I was just working for someone else. But when you become an entrepreneur, this is one of the key for every entrepreneur. Even if we don't know this, we learn this from our entrepreneurship experience. When we start any company, we need to take care of every penny we spend, right? And we need to be careful on our ROI, return on investment. And here the biggest investment is time. We automatically learn how and where to spend our time judiciously because you have a very limited team. And as an entrepreneur, I have learned this after starting my own company. But this is very important for everyone and not just entrepreneurs. When we are able to give time to ourselves as well as the work in the right mix, it impacts our physical, emotional, and mental well being. Everything. I personally work for around 10 hours a day for my office, but I don't miss morning workouts any day.
No, again, we can see that. I mean, the glow and the happy face.
And to rejuvenate myself for the coming week, I don't work on weekends.
Okay.
Except for an hour meeting with the core team members. So that's how I manage time.
Fair enough. So that's like working when you really have to, and then getting time for yourself. And it's a pretty simple way of you. I mean, just get up and get some walk, and do some workout, and then get ready for the work because it's your work, and then come back and just relax, spend some time with the family, and that's how you do it. Very simple.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, there's nothing add on. Sometimes there's a different gimmick that one pays in terms of managing the time, but yours is pretty simple. All right, sweet and simple. We like to detour from here a bit. In your organization, startup, people tend to join startups nowadays. We are seeing that people are more tend to be a part of startup in terms of the instead of the Fortune 500 and Big Fours. What would you advise to young professionals who are coming to the startup world, or what would you advise to the professionals in your industry in a generic sense?
Okay. So, see, like, I will answer the first one.
Sure.
I can only tell from my experiences in the startup world, right? So like my mantra is do not give up. Hard work and determination are the key.
Mhm.
During the journey, sometimes it may feel that you should give up, simply give up. But when you have put so much of yourself into it, you will definitely make it through.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's a famous saying, right? Every dark cloud has a silver lining.
That's
And
right.
it's applicable for all of us. You just need to be more determined. That's all.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I would suggest do not give up.
Okay, that's answer the first one. What would you ask to young professionals who are in your industry? I mean, in terms of the professional way, if you talk about.
Um, can you come again?
I mean, that's from the moral standpoint. Never give up. Just because there's also a saying. I mean, it's not a saying. It's a sort of a quote that's going around that when you think that you have to give up, that's the best time to give the final push. Maybe that's when things are going to work out. So, on a professional end, what would you advise to the young professionals who are coming in your industry?
See, like I believe in hard work and determination. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to do something, I want to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
And that is how, be it the startup world or be it the professional career, if someone wants to make. So these two are the key, like which I believe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like nothing happens without hard work. Say,
Mm-hmm.
for example, if you're not working hard and you try to climb the ladder in any professional services or any professional industry, you won't be able to do that
Mm-hmm.
because like the people at the top are not fools. They will easily recognize that you're not working.
Mm-hmm.
So hard work, and but definitely you need to do the hard work smartly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's well said. I mean, hard work smartly. Yeah, that's what you should learn. Uh, all right, great, Mr. Agrawal. We do not have much time here in our hand, viewers. So we have to let Mr. Agrawal go for the session. But before we let him go, let me ask you, Mr. Agrawal, where our viewers can find you if they want to learn more and get some more knowledge about you and some learning from you.
Uh, they can write to me. They can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, anywhere. They can write to me on LinkedIn. I will definitely reply back.
All right, you know where to find, and we'll also try to put the LinkedIn the ID of Mr. Agrawal in the description of this video. You can check it right there. And so, on that note, let's thank Mr. Agrawal. Thank you very much, Mr. Agrawal. Thank you so much for sharing such great insights with us about your journey so far. And we look forward to having a chat with you again in the future on some other trending topics in the international business industry. And finally, for our viewers, if you like this chat with Mr. Saurabh Agrawal, please like and share this video, click on that red button and subscribe to ClickAway Creators YouTube channel to appreciate what we do. And you have more coming in from industry leaders like Mr. Saurabh Agrawal. This was Sagar for BizzTalk World signing off.